Being born as a salmon means stepping into one of the most brutal life cycles in the animal kingdom. From the moment you exist, everything is out to get you, and no matter how strong or lucky you are, your fate is sealed. You begin your life as a tiny, helpless egg buried in the gravel of a freshwater river. Even before you hatch, you're already in danger. Birds, fish, and even insects want to eat you. If you somehow survive long enough to break free from your egg, congratulations. You are now a tiny salmon fry, but that just means more things want to eat you. As a fragile baby fish, your only job is to survive long enough to grow. Sounds simple, right? Wrong. Bigger fish are constantly hunting you, birds swoop down from above, and even water insects are dangerous enough to kill you. You're so small and weak that almost anything can end your life before it even begins. But that's only the beginning of your suffering. If you survive this nightmare, you have to leave the only home you've ever known and migrate hundreds of kilometers downstream toward the ocean. This journey is filled with dangers, rushing currents, massive waterfalls, and dams built by humans that can crush or trap you. You are constantly being chased by larger fish waiting to eat you at every turn, and the further you go, the fewer of your siblings remain. But somehow, you make it to the ocean. You've survived the river, and now you have a new home, one that is even more dangerous. The ocean is full of predators that would love to make a meal out of you. Seals, sea lions, sharks, and orcas are all waiting to snatch you up. And even if you manage to avoid natural predators, humans are catching millions of salmon every year with massive fishing nets. By this point, most of your family and friends are already dead. If you're still alive, you're one of the lucky few. You spend years growing stronger, but your survival isn't really your own choice. Nature has already decided your fate. One day you feel a mysterious pull, an uncontrollable instinct that tells you to return home. But there's a problem. Your home is hundreds of kilometers away, and now the river is flowing against you. That means you have to swim upstream the entire way, fighting powerful currents, leaping over waterfalls, and pushing through impossible obstacles just to get back. And of course, the journey is full of hungry predators. Bears and eagles line the riverbanks, snatching salmon out of the air as they try to jump over waterfalls. If that wasn't enough, humans are also waiting, setting up nets and traps to catch as many of you as possible. But you don't stop. You can't stop. Even though you haven't eaten in weeks, even though your body is breaking down, you keep going. If you manage to avoid being eaten, dodge the fishing nets, and somehow make it back to the exact place where you were born, congratulations. But there's a catch. You've come all this way just to die. Your final act is to lay eggs, if you're female, or fertilize them, if you're male. And then, your body starts to rot while you're still alive. Your flesh literally falls apart, and within days, you die. Your entire existence was about one brutal, exhausting journey, and you never even got to enjoy life. You were born in a dangerous river, chased your entire life, forced to swim hundreds of kilometers, and after all that, you die at the finish line. And the worst part? Your kids will go through the exact same thing. Being a salmon is one of the worst lives imaginable. Born in danger, hunted by everything, forced to swim against impossible odds. And even if you survive all of that, you don't get a happy ending. You just die so that the next generation can suffer the same fate. If you ever feel like life is tough, just be glad you weren't born as a salmon.